The sooner you can wrap your mind around, like, it's okay not to know. It's okay to say, I don't know, I'll find out. The faster you'll go.
Welcome to Sales Assassins, the podcast that unveils the lost art of word-of-mouth marketing for professionals just like you. We cover everything from building relationships and nurturing connections to overcoming the challenges of modern marketing. You'll learn how to stand out in a crowded market, charge confidently for your services, and create an army of people recommending you without hesitation. Now, let's dive in and make you deadly effective at sales.
So what I learned a long time ago was do it, then think about it, then decide how you feel, and then do it again versus I'm going to go off how I'm feeling right now, which is tired and shitty. Then I'm going to think I feel tired and shitty, and then I'm not going to do anything. So it's the reverse cycle of doing. And what I see a lot of people, how they operate is, well, I got to get this right. I don't know this, so I need to learn this. Or everything has to be perfect, and then I'm going to go after it. And it's never worked that way well for anyone. You have to take action, learn from the action, reiterate that, and then go back and take the action again. And that's how people get better faster. It's called like you hear like repping. It's reps. So you have a base knowledge. You don't know everything. You're not expected to know everything. I think in our heads, especially in the beginning, we're like, I'm going to get asked a question and look stupid because no one wants to be humiliated, right? Like, I don't want to look foolish. The sooner you can grasp that you always look foolish to everyone. No, I'm just kidding. But the sooner you can wrap your mind around, like, it's okay not to know. It's okay to say, I don't know, I'll find out. The faster you'll go, because your job isn't to know everything. That's not, it doesn't matter what it's not to know everything. And by the way, there's these couple new tools out there on the market, kids, AI and cell phones. So anything I don't know, I can literally get the answer to in a heartbeat. Your job in all the professions we deal with is to know the person. That's your job, is to know that person sitting across from you. And there's only one way to get to know them, spending time with them and connecting with them. So the more that I know you, the more I can serve you and give you the right advice or provide you the right product or whatever it is. But me having a knowledge base on something is not the most important thing. You should know it and you should be a student of your game, but you don't have to be an expert to start, and you don't have to know everything. You can just know that, hey, I'm going to do my best for you. We talked about this on Confidence a couple weeks ago or whatever. If my intent is right and I'm going to do my best, I'll find all the answers in the world. I'm resourceful. And again, it's not like you have to go to the library anymore or dig through someone's old stack of files or whatever in the office. All the answers on the planet are in your phone or somewhere. So what you need to get really good at is getting out in front of people, getting to know them and identifying what they need, and then helping them get where they want to go faster.
That's how you win, right? And yeah. So welcome to another tough love episode of Sales Assassins, everyone. This is very important. And it is absolutely rampant. And me included, I have been the worst offender of this for years. And there's just this piece of whatever that is that just like, yeah, but I've got to have this, I got to at least have this in place and this in place. And all the results I've ever gotten positive in my business have come from just connecting with folks and having them recommend someone in. And of course, when that happens, I take that meeting all the time because, yeah, I have confidence. I know exactly what I'm doing. I know what to do. And if we take that lens a little bit, and maybe that's the shift for some folks in that, especially in the beginning stages of, there's a different feeling of, I'm going to go market now. I am going to go out and put myself in front of somebody I've never met. I have to have all this in place. And versus, hey, I've got somebody to introduce you, to tomorrow. Can you talk to them and help them with it? Oh, yeah, no problem. You're confident in what you do, and you know that person knows that you know what you're doing. That's why they're making the introduction. And this is partly why, word of mouth and the referrals and pillars is so important in all of that. But there is this little mental block. I say little, my gosh, it can be a massive mental block in this entire system when it comes to that, like you said, because it is rampant. I've got to have these things in place before I can really officially go out there. And the faster you can let those go, the faster you're going to move. I promise you.
It's guaranteed. And I think the thing that a lot of us do is we think that the person that we're trying to serve is thinking and seeing and processing the way we do. They're not. They have their own universe and their own perception of reality and their own knowledge base. And in most of especially in our assassins, almost every one of them is licensed or certified, or there's some level of education to get to just step one. And once that step's taken, you're 99% ahead of the entire universe. You name the profession, and even in coaching, there's certifications and things like that. Now, I will tell you something that works against this is on the interwebs and on the internet, people can pontificate their expertise and have zero. So then you start seeing all this shit online, and you're thinking, well, this person knows this, and I don't know, and it's not real. Look, I know we did it. I tend to repeat myself. Weird. But, I personally had a look behind the curtain of some of these marketing and marketers things. And quite frankly, they're bullshit. If your marketing background is I sold an MLM or affiliates or something, you didn't run a business and make big decisions or maybe you made some mistakes. It's not the same. So don't be hard on yourself thinking that you don't know enough. If you've passed the entrance exam into your profession, well, if you're a CPA, if you're an attorney, look, you go to law school, right? You're an advisor, you're an insurance agent, you're a real estate agent, whatever it is. After you've gotten past the test, there's 1%, there's, I don't know, 230,000 financial advisors, 1 million life insurance agents. I don't know how many real estate agents there are, but it's a small segment of the walking population. Those people aren't walking around all day thinking about what you don't know. They're not even thinking about you. So it's you make this thing up in your head that I'm going to get, aha'd or I'm going to get gotcha'd. And hell, in pillars, we're going to deal with those people anyway. Someone gotcha'd you, just move and be you're right. I'd leave. That's an asshole. Only an asshole would do that. So the key is have a base knowledge, become a student of the game, meaning do spend some time, whether it's in the morning or in the evenings or whatever, knowing your industry, knowing what's going on. But the only way you're really going to get there is do the reps. If you're afraid that you're going to look foolish, you'll never start because you may make a mistake. And here's the nice thing about all businesses. As long as you make it right, not everybody knows what mistakes have been made. As long as you get the end result and you're ethical and you mess up paperwork up, you miss something, name one person, person with the free hand, throw the stone on, you haven't made a mistake in your business. It's not that you don't make mistakes, it's that you make them right. There's the difference. I'm going to make mistakes. I need to make them right. We make an error, we're going to correct it as fast as possible and on your behalf. And if I don't know the answer, I'll find out. So just have that as your mantra. I'll correct what we mess up and I'll find out what I don't know and then just go after it. Because what most people do is what we're talking about. They don't do anything. They sit around and worry to death. And I got bad news. That is a recipe for disaster because everything is predicated on how many people you sit across from and try to pour your heart into and say, I'm here to help you. And that's it.
I hope that shift in perspective helps a lot of folks listening because it really is that simple. It's still hard. It's still scary. It's still in the beginning. It's still but my goodness. And that's the other thing. The only way that feeling goes away is do it 10 times, 100 times. There's no other way around it.
And you know what? At the end of the day, I always talk about motive. If you're truly motivated by helping other people and you mess up, so what? But if you're motivated by something else and you mess up or you purposely do something, that's a different ballgame, right? If my intentions are pure and I make a mistake, I'll own the mistake and correct the mistake. But if I'm not, now I'm in trouble. So the way to combat it is just be very intentional with what you're doing and go out and try to help people and just do it over and over and over. Most people are pretty forgiving. Like most people are. And the good ones, especially good business people, they were right where you were one. And they understand that. And they all started. Everybody started at where? 0. So the great ones that you want as clients, they totally get it. And what they're looking for more than anything is your effort, your attitude, like how hard are you going to work for me? I mean, some people get to a certain level and they stop working hard. It could be to, for our assassins, could be to your advantage. They may be looking for something different. So take all that into account. But most important, and we say this in assassins, it's an FDS. It's an epping do something. Better than doing nothing.
Yeah, I love it. Shout out to good friend John Logar. He always talks about this and not having your ducks in a row. He's like, don't be a duck, be a do. Get out there.
I like it. I'm stealing it. Thanks, John.
Perfect.
Awesome.
All right,
man.
see you next time.
Peace.
In a sea of endless digital noise, your ability to connect and generate authentic word of mouth is your deadliest weapon. Whether you're just starting out or you're looking to break through to the next level, the principles we discuss here are your blueprint for success. It's all about being the most trusted and valued in your network. To maximize what you've learned today, visit joinsalesassassins.com to see how you can become a true sales assassin in your industry. Until next time, keep sharpening your skills, expanding your network, and remember, in the world of sales, the true assassins strike silently but effectively by doing what nobody sees coming, building genuine connections and powerful relationships. Stay deadly, stay authentic, and we'll see you on the next episode of Sales Assassins.
This show is powered by Media Leads. To get your next great podcast produced, go to MediaLeadsCo.com.